Because I never want my parents to be in a situation like that ever again.
어린 나이 때부터 부모님의 통역사가 되어야 하는 자녀들, 그리고 어린 자녀들에게 기본적인 의사소통마저 의지해야 하는 이민자 첫 세대. 우리 부모님들은 가족의 더 나은 삶을 위해 이민이라는 삶을 택했지만 낯선 땅에서 이민자로 살아가는 삶의 고충과 한국 땅에 남아 치열하게 살아야 하는 삶 중에서 어느 것이 더 힘든지는 정말 모르겠습니다. 한국에서 아무리 배우고 많은 경험이 있다 한들 외국 땅에 떨어지는 순간 영어를 못하면 바보가 됩니다. 다른 나라에서 왔으니까 외국어니까 하는 배려는 아주 눈꼽만큼도 없습니다. 적어도 그 땅에 머무를 만한 가치를 인정받기 전까지는 말이죠. 그야말로 차갑고 삭막한 세상을 경험하는 겁니다.
So my parents immigrated from Korea and they first moved to Chile, and that's where my mom had my brother. But after my parents got their green card, they were able to come to America and they had me. And so I would categorize me and my brother as first generation because like my parents didn't speak any English. So the first experience when I realized that I was different from the rest of the kids was when I was in first or second grade. My mom packed my favorite food, which was rice, and I remember being so excited to eat it for lunchtime, and when I opened the Tupperware, I remember a kid looking at it and just being so disgusted, and he just called me out. He was like, "Jennifer packed poop for lunch." And I remember being so mortified and so embarrassed, and I just completely lost my appetite, and I didn't even eat that lunch.
마치 학교 생활이 우주의 전부인 것 같이 느껴지던 그 시절을 기억하십니까? 그런 말들은 왜 그리도 예민하게 가슴속 깊이 박히던지, 왜 그냥 쿨하게 넘길 수 없었는지, 어떻게 생각하면 그냥 아무 생각 없는 아이들이거니 그렇게 치부해 버려도 되는데, 또 어떻게 생각하면 사람이란 존재가 어린 나이 때마저도 얼마나 악해질 수 있는지 한번 고찰해 보게 됩니다. 물론 우리가 한국에 있다고 해서 또는 외국에서 태어나 자란 외국 아이들마저도 그런 위협에 대한 긴장을 늦출 수 있는 건 아니지만 처음 이민 온 바로 그 다음날 정말 동양사람 하나 없는 자그마한 시골 하이스쿨에 들어가던 그 순간을 파란 눈으로 신기한 듯 저를 쳐다보던 그들의 시선을 전 아직 생생히 기억합니다.
Something really traumatic happened to her while she was out here. So when I was in preschool, I remember my dad picked me up from school, and I knew something was wrong because normally my mom picks me up from school. So we go home and I go to my parents' room and I see my mom just lying on the bed with a towel on her face. And so I asked my dad, like, is everything okay? And he says, oh, she's just napping. We find out later that someone had robbed the store. My parents had a really small shop that sold women's clothes in El Monte, and someone had a knife and he told her to give her the money in the register, and my mom refused because that was all the money we had. And so she said no, and he sliced her face, and of course he took the money. And she was a very fearful person after that. She never spoke, and I think it took her a very long time to recover from that. And when she told me that story again when I was older, it just lit a fire in me. Like because I never want my parents to be in a situation like that ever again. And the reason why I'm telling this story is because I feel like first generation parents, they have to do the shitty jobs. They have to work in the dangerous locations. They have to work at the salon, the convenience stores. And they do this because they want to give us a better life. And so it makes me want to try so hard.
더 나은 환경 위에 이민의 길을 택한 우리 부모님들도 자식의 교육을 위해서라면 3번씩이나 집을 옮긴 맹자 어머니도 화성으로 이사해 인류를 구원하려는 일론 머스크도 결국 어쩌면 더 나은 삶을 찾아 헤매는 인간 본연의 싸움이겠지만 어디를 가나 어느 시대를 살아가나 우리의 삶은 결국 우리의 삶인 것 같습니다.
That's what life is like. It's suffering. That's what the religious people have always said. Life is suffering.
그럼에도 우리 가족들과 한 번 더 화해하고 좋은 친구들을 한 번 더 떠올리며 한국인들끼리 서로 돕고 뭉치며 모든 인간이 함께 잘 사는 나라를 꿈꾸는 저는
And I was a super shy kid when I was little. I know it's really hard to tell now. A lot of mean kids out there. And when those kids would pick on me, I would go home crying, like, am I ugly? Like, what's wrong with me? But, you know, that's just ignorance.
Be fearless.
Yeah, be fearless.
Do whatever you want.
I was just scared to talk to people. You just have to break out of that. And if you can't speak English, it's not stress for you. It's stress for the person who's like who you're talking to. You just have to speak your mind.
제가 봤을 땐 영어를 먼저 배우는 게 정말로 중요한 것 같아요.